Rush1n Rascals.
What is up, subs and grubs? My name is Jack Cypher, and today on Rush1n Rascals, we are going to be taking a look at an interesting little number, the Hellcat, or as we like to call it, the Hell Kitty. This is a very intriguing Tier 6 tank destroyer, light, medium thing. Real quick, we're going to tell you what is the intriguing thing about this. Well, it goes 60 kilometers per hour, and the gun, after a buff a few updates ago, is now sitting at 2,467 DPM with amazing average damage of 225 and the penetration of 175, 243, and 45. Knowing that, we are going to take a look at today's replays. First is going to be Mad Fishy in the Hellcat on Alpenstadt, platooning with Robotic Sniper from Scorp. And so Mad Fishy, I will tell you straight up, I'm going to give him a little bit of guff because he is going to be playing with lag, and that is going to make his driving and his gameplay look a little bit funny, but overall he does a really good job in this game. Now, interesting things about the Hellcat, as I already told you, it has an insanely good gun with 225 alpha with a 5.5 second average reload. That is crazy for a tank of this tier. It's right up there with the ARL 44, if not better. Now, as you can already see, that alpha just works crazy numbers. We're gonna see later that this tank actually, it has a max roll of 281, and that really surprises tanks with a reload of this kind. Now, you did see back there a little bit earlier, the ricochet that Fishy got. This thing is really accurate, so it's really funny, the troll shots that you can get in on people. And as you can see, because of the slight lag we do have, it looks like we have low shell velocity. I am speaking too fast. It looks like we have low shell velocity. It's actually really not that bad. It's more over the fact that the lag makes it look that bad. The shell velocity is actually pretty good. I don't know the exact numbers. Minute and 15 seconds into game, and we are already almost at 1,000 damage even. As you can see, the accuracy is almost a downside to Fishy, as where we would think it might have a little bit of leniency for inaccuracy, we might hit that lower plate or might hit the side of the turret. It's so accurate, we hit exactly where we were aiming, which was the part of the armor. So props to Fishy, maybe a bit too accurate. So now we have a big issue, which is the Annie. The Annie is pushing in, and it's actually going to be really cool how Fishy deals with this. The Annihilator is going to make a big mistake in who he pays attention to, and that is going to give Fishy the props to farm out this Annie. Now Robotic. Oh, Robotic is going to make the most beautiful mistake ever, and I absolutely love seeing it because of how many times Robotic has killed me in a training room. Here we go, and boop, the Robotic is just out of there. No question about it. This SP1C is going to be a little bit of an interesting number later in the game, but he is not the issue right now. Fishy getting a beautiful track shot in on that Annihilator, and we're going to try and keep going for that track with another max roll of 281, and this is just too perfect. Finally clearing the Annihilator, and we are up to 2,100 damage, and we are the only people on our team that have gotten kills. So some might say this is a setup for a Zenai, but is not to be, only at Radley Walters if I'm giving away any spoilers. Now, two things I need to say here. One, great job to Fishy for relocating. We know that on 261 HP, we are easily able to be clipped out by an SP1C that is on full health. And the other thing I need to mention because of that statement is, if you look to the right at Fishy's loadout, he was running 26 standard AP ammo, 2 APCR, and 2 HE. Not really hating on Fishy, but never run with this loadout. This is probably one of the worst ammo loadouts you can ever come against, because while you do have average, if not decent pen for this tank at this tier, you need, I run 25 and 5. I think it's either 21, 5, and 5 or 25 and 5, somewhere close to those numbers, but the numbers you need to pay attention to is 5 on APCR and 5 on HE. That is going to make the biggest difference overall when it comes to playing this tank, because you do not want to have to deal with running out of HE and running out of APCR. APCR, because if you come against big tier 7, yeah, we're having some lag issues right here, big lag issues near the end of the game. But anyways, APCR, you're going to fight a lot of tier 7 opponents who have way better armor than you have penetration. So that value alone is going to make it so you don't want to run 2 and 2. So keep that in mind when you are playing this tank. Do make sure that you fix your loadout. In HE, playing against tier 5s, you're going to want to be able to farm because you can hit max numbers of over 300. I think it even goes up to 350. But anyways, if you can get numbers up to that point, then definitely want to run that. And I have had issues with running out of ammo, but that was only when carrying really big, like 3K and above games in this tank, which don't come that often, but still when you do, it kind of is nice to have more ammo, which is a downside of this tank. So fishing the IS-2, the IS-2 kind of went the wrong side of the map, and this might have been a totally different game if he had gone to the A side of the map, but it's totally okay for what is going to happen near the end of this game. A lot of lag, as you can see, but we're going to be finding the last SP1C on the map, which we know, I believe, is still full health. So we're going to go find him and hopefully get him before Fishy either runs into a rock or the lag just totally goes whack. So, or the cap goes out. That's another good point, is we do have 2 caps in 885. We are going to be wanting to try and find this SP1C as quick as possible. And looking at the number of kills, you already know what's going to happen this game. So yeah, it's just an overall really good game by Fishy. Nothing great, nothing amazing, nothing too exciting, but just an overall solid game by Fishy. I know by a long shot we've seen way crazier games on this channel, but it's nice to get a pretty average game here and there every once in a while. The cap running out, so we already know the game is won. The SP1C coming alive, but we're still able to get that last little final HE tap into the back. Awesome at 2700 damage and 5 kills, getting in that Radley Walter with the ace top gun at high caliber. Anything you want, Fishy got it. So anyways, of course, beautiful top of the team, Cromwell B getting absolutely wrecked. Get some robotic sniper. We are now going to be moving on to my replay that I just wanted to get this real quick in today. I wanted to see how well I could do in the tank. I want to say this camo looks amazing on this tank. If you have this, definitely run it. Anyways, so what we're first going to be doing in this is we're going to try and do some sniping, but as you can see, we only have 2 mediums on our team, so the likelihood that majority of our team is going to push to the C cap is very, very low. So we're going to be watching that, but then we're going to relocate later in the game, and that is going to bring us to an interesting... Sorry, I have my mouse in the way. If I had my mouse in the way for the rest of that last replay, I am totally sorry, but I'm not re-recording. Anyways, so we're going to relocate later in this game and show you an interesting thing that you can do with this, because I believe this has at least 8 degrees of gun depression, if not 10, and while this thing does not have hardly any turret armor except for the frontal mantlet, you can still use it in a really fun hold down scenario, and you're going to see that later. So anyways, we're going to relocate. The speed on this tank is absolutely amazing, because a lot of problems that you find with TDs is it's really hard to relocate into a different area. So this tank totally takes the cake in that area, we're over 65 kilometers per hour right there. So a big issue is that KV2, and they also have an SU-100Y. 2 tanks that can absolutely shred us with only 1 shell. The SU-100Y, unless he ammo racks, can't tap us, and we're going to make a really dumb mistake as we don't see the Kuro as we are tunnel visualing this T-25. So going to get tapped by the Kuro, but it's not really big of an issue. That's the biggest issue right there, is that KV2, as we see that big old potato just fly by us. So we know the Kuro is almost done with his reload, so we're going to fling that shell in there. A little bit of low shell velocity compared to other tanks, but like I said earlier, it's not that terrible. So we're going to try and farm out this Kuro, because right now he is the biggest issue because he has more DPM than the 2 people on our left. 2 people on our left is going to be trying to farm out the people, as you can see, in that back spawn area. So we really don't have to worry about them right now, but if this Kuro pushes us, we might be in a tricky position. Sorry, I'm talking so fast I can hardly keep up with myself. The Spike is not really going to be able to help us, even though he has the hold down capabilities. He doesn't have the penetration values to fight this Kuro, but because of that amazing pen and the amazing accuracy for the tier, we are able to easily farm out that Tiger Kuro, whatever. They changed the name, and so it's all weird now. Anyways, so these 3 guys in front of us are going to be a very big issue, but as you can see, like I was saying earlier, we're going to be totally hold down in this area using this crested dune to totally work to our advantage, and we're already at 1300 damage, and there is much more to be had, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to farm that shot and 2 more shots out of this guy, easily snapping it into him and pulling back without even hesitation. That's the beauty of this gun. Crest forward, do take a hit from him, but not even waiting for dispersion to go down, as we're able to smack him easily. We want to get a shot on this SU-100Y, as his aim is way more reliable than that KV-2, so he is in fact a lot more dangerous target. 2021, perfect number for the year we are in, and we're going to come around, and the KV-2 is the last on our team. Snapshot into the side of his turret, and you already know what is going to happen. Pop the adrenaline, gonna load some APCR just for the fact that we're not gonna aim on this. We want to look epic and awesome, but still want to get the penetration, and we get that 3rd kill in for 3 kills and 2,488 damage in total. Nothing crazy, nothing awesome, but it totally showed you what you can do in this tank to make it work completely to your advantage. So of course, 2 games of top damage. Whew, voice crack there. Anyways, super fun tank. Do I suggest getting it just for the fact of getting it? Yeah, totally. The line it's on, not very great, but the tank itself, totally worth it. So if you did like this kind of content, make sure to share this with your friends, smash that like button, obliterate, subscribe, hit us up in the comments down below if you have thoughts, feelings, comments, or hate mail. Any link to this channel, of course, is in the description below. One and all, ladies and gentlemen, subs and grubs, and all you mellow skirts in between. My name is Jack Cypher. I'm talking way too fast, I'm lightheaded, and I will see you